What's up guys, it's Devin and welcome back to another Doki Doki video. We left off last time where we just finished the side story for Trust. So we got part 1 and part 2 completely finished. So, in today's episode, we are going to be moving on to Understanding, which is going to most likely be Yuri's story, or Yuri's introduction, judging by the thumbnail here. So we got Sayori and Yuri, which I'm assuming just means it's going to be kind of a conversation between Sayori and Yuri mainly, whereas in like this one it was Monika and Sayori. So, without further ado, let's not hesitate and let's just jump right into it. Alright. The club meeting is suddenly interrupted by the sound of the door, causing Monika and Sayori to turn their heads. Okay, so we're just jumping pretty much right off from where we were in the last story, so that's fine. The door opens halfway, then stops. A face peeks inside. A face that seems familiar. Everybody's just silent. Sayori's eyes widen, recognizing the girl. She's very conspicuously mouths to Monika. It's her! It's the girl! It's true. The girl standing in the doorway is none other than the girl Sayori had come across reading alone in the classroom. Thanks to Monika leaving a flyer on her desk, it seems she's found her way to the club. Are you here for the literature club by chance? Am I in the wrong place? No, you're not. This is a literature club. Please come inside. The girl fully steps into the door, but continues standing against the wall, avoiding eye contact. Sayori continues to fail, containing her excitement. It's happening! Oh my gosh! Thank you so much for coming. Sorry, it's a little empty. I'm Monika, and this is Sayori. We run the literature club, even though it's just us so far, but... What's your name, by the way? I'd like to join your club. Already? Wait, really? Are you sure? I mean, I should be good enough. Everyone's welcome here. You don't have to be good enough. Oh. Do you want to have a seat? We'd love to get to know you. The girl nods, sliding over to a nearby desk and gently sitting down. So, what's your name? Yuri. I'm Sayori, and this is Monika. Sayori, nice to meet you. Do you like fantasy? Like, books? Yuri looks at Monika. Oh no, I screwed up! Fantasy is cool, yes. Have you heard of Annabelle DuPont? Can't say that I have. Oh, well, she's my favorite author. I'm on her 5th book and it's just... Yuri grins and presses her knuckles against her cheeks in joy. You can borrow my books, I wouldn't mind. You're really in for an incredible experience. Monika stammers, caught completely off guard by Yuri taking control of the conversation. She glances sideways at Sayori, silently asking for help. I'd love to. It sounds like you're really into them, so they must be great. I'm so happy I found this club. Oh, I'm so stupid. I left all my other books in my locker. I should have brought them. Yuri quickly stands up. I'll be right back. I'll go get them for you. You probably only need to bring one for now. Sayori nervously says that, noting to herself the considerable heftiness of the book that Yuri set down on her desk. True. Okay, I'll go get the first one then. Yuri exits Yuri exits the club room in a flash, leaving Monika and Sayori silently exchanging glances. Oh my god, I wasn't prepared for this. How do I handle someone so intense? I have, like, no experience with fantasy, except maybe stuff like that I read when I was, like, a kid, but that's probably, like, a joke compared to what she's into. I'm sure it'll be fine. In fact, I think it's neat that we have different people who are into different kinds of literature. It'll be fun to learn from each other. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree, but what if this is her only interest? My leg is itching me. Monika, don't you think you should be more optimistic? We have a new club member. There shouldn't be room for anything but being happy. I'm excited to get to know her more, aren't you? Yeah, I guess you're right. Sorry for being so hasty. I just got really anxious all of a sudden. It's because you're afraid of not being able to take the lead. What the heck? It's kind of scary how you can point things out like that, Sayori. I just like learning what makes people happy or sad. Yeah. Hey, you know what? You'd probably be great at helping Yuri feel comfortable here. Maybe you can take a break from helping me with the administrative stuff and just focus on spending time with her. Yay, it's exactly what I want to do! Besides, Sayori lowers her voice. I'm probably going to need all the time I can get. She taps her finger against the dauntingly chunky book Yuri left sitting on the desk. Right afterwards, the door opens to reveal Yuri's return. I'm back! Her breath is slightly heavy, which combined with her short time gone indicates that she may have ran at least part of the way. Well, she makes her way back over to Sayori and sets the book down on her desk. Just as Sayori feared, the book Yuri brought for her is just about as equal in size to the one already on Yuri's desk. Well, there are probably a few things you should know about getting started on it. There are some things that are more explained in other books than that take place in the same universe, so going over those would be good to keep you from getting confused at the start. Sayori nervously interjects. Well, I was thinking that maybe today we could just get to know each other a little bit more. You know, like, I think if we're going to be reading together, then I would like that. From across the room, Monica smiles and nods at Sayori while Yuri isn't looking. Oh. Okay. Yuri sits down and then looks at her book, then glances around the room, showing no indication that she has anything more to add. So, what made you decide to join, that you wanted to join the club? Well, I like reading, so I was immediately interested. I had no idea that someone was starting a literature club, but that's my fault, since I haven't been paying any attention to club recruitment advertisements. I only found out because Yuri glances over at Monica came into my classroom and put the flyer on my desk. Suddenly, Yuri's face darkens as she shakes her head at herself. I was so stupid, I got too nervous and couldn't even look up, so she just walked out. It took me several days just to come here because I was afraid that Monica told everyone how inconsiderate I was, but I decided that was probably irrational. Wait, no, that was totally my fault. I felt so bad about interrupting you that I just, walked out. I was actually really hoping that you'd come by. Yuri exhales in relief. I always seem to interpret things as the worst possible scenario. Well, I was really nervous to come here for the other reasons too. For some other reasons, such as there being too many people. Not that I mind that much, but I really have a hard time getting to meet a large number of new people at once. So it's actually amazing that it's just the two of you. I definitely came at the right time. Aw, that makes me happy. I'm proud of you for working up the courage to come. Yuri smiles warmly to herself. I never really had the privilege of sharing my interests with others before, so it's hard to find others who are into the same things that I am, except online. So I thought the literature club would provide a chance for me to do that. What kinds of other things are you into? Like, genres? I don't know, just anything, even if it's not literature. Oh, just things you would think are dumb. Sayori pauses, a look of concern on her face. How about, I'll tell you something I'm into, and then you can tell me about something you're into. I suppose that would be okay. Okay, well, I'm pretty into, crafty things, like making cute little collages or decorating things, like cards or jewelry boxes. My room's always cluttered with random stuff because I keep buying things to make gifts for my friends, but then I put all of it off until the last minute. So yeah, that's something I'm kinda silly that I'm into. You sound quite creative. Not that much, it's just that you'd be surprised by how much you can do with scissors and glue and stuff. So I have to share something I'm into now, right? Sayori nods. Well, I guess I'm into nature. I love nature. Monica, I'm gonna start a nature club. No, you're not. You're stuck with me now. Am not. Oh, yeah? Well, I hereby appoint you as vice president of the literature club. There. Now you're stuck with me. Hey, don't give me responsibilities. Oh, I'm sorry, Yuri. I interrupted you. Go ahead. It's fine. Yuri pauses, feeling awkward about having gotten cut off. I like going out into the woods or to the park. Just places where you can go walk and sit and not have any people around. It's peaceful. Just nice to kind of remove yourself or myself from everything that matters, and I let my racing mind operate Wow, Dad, you keep using these big words that I can't read. I think I need to start joining a literature club autonomously for a while. Is that even how you... autonomously. That's what the word is, right? For a while. When do you like to do that? It just depends on my mood. After school, on the weekends, whenever I feel like I need it. Wow, I feel like you would never had the time to do something like that. I find that we have a lot more time than we think we do, and if you don't let it slip through your fingers. The three continue their conversation, led primarily by Sayori, but with Monica chiming every now and then as well. Monica had intended to leave it to Sayori and focus on her own work, but she found it difficult not to join in. Before they knew it, the end of the day was upon them once more. Oh, it looks like we should be wrapping up for today. So, are you two going to be starting on that book next club meeting? That's the plan. I'm so excited. Sayori beams. Yuri collects her things. Once packed, Yuri wordlessly waves to Sayori and Monica with a gentle smile. Bye! As Yuri exits, Sayori enthusiastically returns her farewell. Once again, Sayori and Monica are left in the club room. Sayori, you are a lifesaver. I didn't do anything, I just talked. Still. Besides, it really lifted my mood. It feels really nice when I can put my energy towards other people like that. She was really excited to be included, you know? It made me happy. Well, there's no doubt in my mind that she'll have a great time here, with you engaging her. How are you feeling about starting the book with her at the next meeting? I'm kinda scared, but I think she'll be happy as long as I'm trying my best. I think you'll do great. My hand is itching! Ah! I literally have to use my teeth to scratch it because, like, my nails aren't long enough to scratch it, like, efficiently. After the surprise of a new club member, it seems like everyone has their spirits lifted with something new to look forward to. Yay, black screen. I miss these. The best content of the entire visual are just the black screens in between. Just kidding. Another school day ends. Swallowing her anxiety, Yuri makes her way to the club room, expecting there to be the last one to arrive. As she opens the door, she's surprised to find only Sayori in the club room. That's weird, because Sayori's usually late. It's club time again! Monica went to the computer lab. Oh, okay, I see. So Monica wasn't actually showing up right away. Monica went to the computer lab, so it's just us today. Is that okay? Yuri silently nods, unable to make eye contact. I'm sorry about yesterday. Sayori tilts her head, unsure of exactly what Yuri's talking about. Well, I mean, the way I got overly excited to share my books, and how you had to stop me so we could talk first. It was so inconsiderate of me. I got too excited and forgot to think about everyone else in the club, so... Yuri, you didn't do anything wrong. I thought it was you how excited you were. Well, still, I think I changed my mind about the book. We don't have to read it. Huh? Why? Because I know you were just humoring me anyway. In retrospect, it's rather obvious that nobody was truly interested. But if you like it so much, then it must be worth sharing. I've already decided I'll join the club, so you don't have to try so hard to entice me. That's not what I was doing. A moment of uncomfortable silence stretches between the two of them. Well, the thing is, we don't have any club activities yet. I mean, Monica and I have just been working on recruitment stuff mostly, so it just sounded like something fun that we could do together, reading your books. You know, like, as a club activity. That would be okay, right? Why am I being so resistant to this anyway? It's exactly what I wanted in the first place, and you're being so nice about it. I really don't know what's wrong with me. I'm sorry for being like this. You don't have to apologize. Just tell me if there's anything I can do to help you feel more comfortable here. Sayori pulls her desk up against Yuri's and sits next to her. The book in question is already on Yuri's desk. Peering over, Sayori reads the cover of the book. Dusk Bell. Part 1 of the Everlast Saga. It's Dusk Bell by Annabelle. Hey, it rhymes. Sorry, I'm ready now. Alright, I should probably get some paper. Yuri grabs a spiral notebook from hers and tears out a few sheets of paper. Wait, how come you need paper? Oh, it's just useful to draw things out sometimes, like maps, timelines, family trees, or just for taking notes. Notes? I mean, yes, that's an effective strategy. Nailed it, Sayori! Exactly. I'm sure it'll be especially helpful for someone new to the genre. Sayori's joke flew completely over Yuri's head. Oh, jeez. But thinking about it, she decided that it's probably for the best that it did. Well, I'm not used to having company through this, but I'll try to help make it as accessible as possible. I trust you. You're like super smart. Oh, please. Yuri tries to dismiss the compliment, but she can't hide her smile and light blush. You can't generalize intelligence. I'm only smart in things that I have a lot of experience with. Contrarily, I'm awful at anything involving real people. That should be evident enough from the 2 days that I've spent here so far. So in my eyes, it's everyone else who comes off as smart. Especially you. No! Sayori rubs her shoulder against Yuri's. You're such a sweetheart when you're not being shy. Anyway, would you like to get started? Okay. After a minor diversion between them, the two get back on track with their planned club activity. Yuri begins to guide Sayori through the basics of the fantasy world her story takes place in. The more of it she details, the races, factions, history, elements of magic, the more questions Sayori seems to have. Not surprising. But despite Sayori's expectations, Yuri's eloquently, wow! Dan, these are big words, man! Guides her through it in a way such that it's fun to follow along. It becomes evident that the world-building aspect of the story is not just the story itself, is one that Yuri finds her passion leaning towards. How do people come up with this stuff? It's like the exact opposite of the kind of writing that I do. What kind of writing? Oh, like poetry and stuff like that. The things I write are just like putting down feelings that come to my head, you know? But this is like, there must be so much planning and hard work. Ah, you're into poetry. I think there's an appendix that includes some of the kingdom's written works, like poetry and folk songs. No way. Yuri giggles, filling Sayori's heart with happiness when she realizes it's the first time she's heard Yuri laugh. It means Yuri must be having fun. Anyway, I think we can get started reading now if you're ready. Okay, but I can't read very fast. Oh, that's fine. I'm very patient. Patience is something I pride myself in. I see. Sayori jots Yuri is patient into her notes. I don't think Sayori got it. They're not talking about notes for her. They're talking about notes for the book. Hey, that's for the book. I'm just kidding. But I'm kind of glad you're patient because I need that sometimes. A lot of times. Sayori flips through the first 3 pages of the book, getting past the table of contents. Okay, chapter 1. The room becomes silent as the two of them begin to read, but the silence only lasts for a few moments before Sayori speaks up again. What does vindicated mean? Ah, well, in this context, it essentially means that he was proven innocent. It's okay to ask questions, right? Of course. Sayori turns the page. Are these footnotes? A lot of the dialogue is cultural references that require explanation to be understood. Sayori certainly looks like she's having fun. The two continue If I had to, like, research something every 5 seconds that I didn't know what it was in order to actually understand the book, clearly that's clearly not, like, the reading level I want to be at. Like, don't get me wrong, I know my fair share of stuff in context, but when it comes to, like, if that were the case, if I were to read a book that requires that I know, like, everything that it's talking about to understand it, I probably would put that book in the garbage or the for later pile that just, you know, that gets built up with the cobwebs and stuff. The two continue reading. Yuri's relaxed expression remains unchanged. Meanwhile, Sayori's expression glows tense as she tries to make her way through the dense text. Up until now, their expressions have been reversed, with Sayori easily navigating social situations and Yuri struggling in them. But the tables have turned. Wait, are they talking about the past right now or the present? Where? Right here. They're talking about the past. These paragraphs are describing a flashback that the Barnas? Wow, that's that's the name I've never heard of, is having. But they didn't tell me that. It's implied from the context. Context schmontext. Sayori rubs her temples. Sayori looks like she wants out of this. The two of them continue with Sayori asking fewer questions. She begins to understand the value of the notes as she finds herself referring to them somewhat often, and even adding to them. But a reduction in questions comes not from her getting used to the reading, but rather from her fearing that she'll come across as stupid. At last, Sayori reaches the end of the chapter. I think we could stop here for now. Okay. Sayori takes a deep breath and closes what little of the book she's gotten through so far. So, what are your thoughts up to this point? Sayori tries to find words. Am I doing well so far? I'm not sure I understand. Well, I don't know. When it takes me so long to read and understand things, it makes me feel really dumb. But I really like how you get into it. It makes me want to keep going and keep doing my best so I can see it the way you do. The relaxation in Yuri's expression fades. I see. Yuri quietly gathers her things. We can continue tomorrow, right? Yuri pauses and shakes her head. We can do something else tomorrow. But I'm sorry. Wait, sorry for what? I don't understand. I'm sorry. I don't want to do this anymore, that's all. I'm sorry that I made you. Yuri leaves. You weren't making me. Sayori's left alone with her words. How did this happen? We were just having fun just a second ago. It's my fault. I said something stupid and hurt her. I should have just told her that I enjoyed it. Monica trusted me with this. It's the only thing that I'm good at, and I still messed it up. What if she doesn't want to come back? Drowned in guilt, Sayori stares blankly at her desk, spread with notes. The book sits next to them. Right. If she wasn't coming back, she wouldn't have left the book here, right? Unless she just forgot to take it with her. Ugh, this is horrible. Was it really because she thought I wasn't enjoying our first time together? Or maybe she wasn't enjoying our first time together because I'm not good enough? I probably let her down so much by having trouble following along. Yeah, I'm sure if I were smarter, she would be having so much more fun. I need to do better for her. And that was part 1. 22 minutes. Not bad. All right. Well, that was a very interesting start to Yuri's introduction. I was not expecting her to be so open right away because I figured it would take a lot more time for her to actually start talking and stuff. I didn't think that she would just jump right to it because she always kind of contradicts herself. It's like as soon as you bring up reading or anything, books or whatever, literature, she's like the head of the conversation. But as soon as you talk about anything else, it's like she puts her head down. She doesn't want any part of it. So it's very contradicting in some points. So it's just kind of funny. I don't know. But anyway, I'm enjoying where it's going so far. I really am enjoying the side story so far. I think the $15 was definitely worth it. And of course, we've also unlocked some new music, which I don't exactly know which ones because they don't tell you which ones are new. I'm assuming, I think Lavender Mist is a new one. So I think that's probably the only one too. I recognize all the other ones, but I think Lavender Mist is a new one because I think that's a Yuri song. But anyway, what other pictures do we have too? We got a new Yuri picture. That's cool. We got the updated Yuri pictures. So this is the original DDLC one, and then this is the DDLC Plus one. As you guys haven't noticed as well, I also upgraded to the new Sayori one too, because I was using this one, but then I got this one. I'm like, this one's 10 times better, so of course I'm going to use that one. There was no poetry introduced, so there's no new pictures or anything like that regarding the poetry. I don't think there's anything else I grabbed either. I think this is the only new one from last time, where we got this one for finishing the trust one. But other than that, I don't think I've unlocked anything else. Yeah, I think that's all the same. Alright, cool. Well, we got new mail too. Oh, by the way, we got new mail as well from the other day. We got a bunch of different ones. We've got I'm on leave for the rest of the week. Contact Ravi if you need to schedule server time, but I expect my jobs to run over a few days since we've collected so much data this week. How much we arrange a meeting to discuss the results on our return? Okay. And then you got this one, the side stories. Thank you to everyone who worked so hard on the control simulation. I can't imagine how tedious it must have been to delicately hide Monica's elevated permissions from her without disrupting our connection to the VM. Just to clarify, all the recordings labeled side stories are part of the control simulation, right? I'm noticing some details of the characters' lives here in that they differ a bit from those in VM1, even trivial ones. Is it part of the butterfly effect or from some of Monica's more fundamental changes? Or is it a result of her just messing around with the other characters in VM1 as her own experience just for fun? So what this is asking is Monica still self-aware in the side stories? Or is she actually acting as if nothing's wrong and she's not aware of it yet? Because in the original game, aka VM1, it seems like she immediately knows, the actual she already had her epiphany and she already knows that she's in a game, or at least in this context, control simulation. But I don't know, because that's what it seemed like to me as well. Monica doesn't seem like she knows what's going on in the side stories, but that could also literally just be because she's trying to mess with their heads, or she's just playing with the characters as if she's not self-aware. And then there's this last one that we just got now that even I'm not aware of, so I have no idea. Character Discrepancy by Lib Muzi. Having run the control simulation for a while, it's evident that a certain character is missing from any mention or appearance, MC. This makes me, or me, technically the player for that matter. This makes me speculate that Monika's meddling is less clumsy than we think, because she would have had to manufacture this character herself as a way of forcing interaction between her and the user. Could that be why the character has such a limited and dissonant personality traits? Or am I reading too much into this? I'll open an issue to start tracking info and observations on the anomaly of this character appearing. So, are they hinting at the fact that maybe the character, like me, the user, actually does show up at one point in the side stories? I genuinely wonder. Alright, well. And then, of course, we got the regular games from that. The files and stuff are completely separate from the side stories. Alright, well, I think, with that being said, I'm going to leave it here. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, smash that like button, subscribe to the video. I love it in the channel. Guys, I got a Discord. Come check me outside of YouTube. It'll be a fun time for all. Hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did. Make it, guys, in my next one. Goodbye!